Good morning, Pythons. Welcome back to a special edition of Python TV. I'm Patrick Edwards.
And I'm Selma Machado. Today is November 21st, 2025, and as we get closer to Thanksgiving, we've got a show filled with stories that bring our school community together.
And trust me, we've got some good ones lined up today. Heartfelt, inspiring, and even a little surprising.
Because here at Python TV, every story matters.
Here's a look at what's coming up.
We're taking you behind the curtain with Ms. Perez and her inspiring journey in theater.
Then another story about Miss Cotton and her emotional time working with animals in Miami Sea Aquarium.
And later, we go outside for a special segment as we learn the stories that bring our school together.
Before we jump in, Selma, I have to ask, have you started planning your Thanksgiving plate yet?
Obviously, it's a sport. You gotta strategize.
So, what's the first thing on your plate?
Mac and cheese, non-negotiable.
I respect that. I'm more of a stack everything and pray it doesn't collapse kind of person.
That explains so much.
Anyway, before we make ourselves hungry this early,
Let's get into the show.
all this and more on the special edition of
The Pit. Okay, Patrick, before we get into our stories, I need to know, are you team pumpkin pie or team sweet potato pie?
Oh, that's easy. Pumpkin pie all the way.
Really? Sweet potato clears every time.
That's debatable. But speaking of things heating up, literally, let's check in with Lynette for today's weather.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for today's weather. It will be a partially cloudy day with temperatures around 76. No major rain in the forecast, so it's a great day to be out and about. Back to Patrick in the studio. For Python TV, I'm Lynette Nieves reporting.
Thanks, Lynette. Isn't this a nice change of scenery?
Scene? Like theater scene?
That's exactly right. And that's why we're kicking off today's feature story with a story about someone who plays a huge role on our campus, even if you don't always see her.
Our theater teacher, Ms. Perez, has a powerful journey in the world of performance, and Anthony got to dive in what keeps her passion alive. Anthony, take it away.
Behind every smooth operation, there's a team making it happen. From early mornings to late nights, Miss Perez and her fierce drama team are the people who keep it running.
So I was a substitute at a school, and their teacher was, something happened to their teacher and he couldn't direct the musical, so they asked me to direct it. And so then once I got that, that first, we did Hairspray, and it was like the craziest show because there was like 60 kids in it. They had nothing. We had to put it together in like 2 months, and it was like a whirlwind. But like seeing everything that was in my brain like on stage was just, it was super cool. So that's why I like it.
She loves the kids. She loves the idea of putting on a show. And so from that angle, that's her focus. The set just happens because of that. But her focus is to put on a great show so that the kids are successful and the audience has a good time.
Even though she's not very seen during a show, I feel like her work still shines through and really leaves a staple amongst our troop 10227. Because without her, there would be no show. Without her, there would be no production. And without her, there would be no troop.
I don't think anyone has any idea how much happens for that show in front of you to be seen, how much goes into it. So yes, a bunch of work goes unnoticed. The hours that go into it, the commitment to having all the visuals and the music and working with kids. So much of it goes unnoticed, but when you're in theater long enough, you realize that it's just more the way it works.
I've never really been like that. Even when I was in shows, like I didn't like people like coming up to me afterwards. So that's not like why I do it. Like for me, a lot of it is intrinsic. Like a lot of it is just like those little wins. And when the kids get like complimented and all of this stuff like that just makes me like, I don't know, I don't do it for that. Like I don't.
My wonderful director, Ms. Perez, she keeps me here. She has been the light of my life, like a second mother, in other words, and she keeps me coming back because shows with her are super like enjoyable, and she reminds me why I love it.
At Somerset Prep, Miss Perez has built more than a theater program. She's built a community. One where students discover their voice, push their limits, and learn that their stories matter. And for many of them, that impact lasts long after the spotlight fades. For Python TV, I'm Anthony Alvarez reporting.
Thanks, Anthony. What an amazing look at Miss Perez. Even when she works quietly behind the scenes, her love for theater shines through everything she does.
Now, for our second feature, we'll take a look at our teacher, Miss Cotton, and her unforgettable time at Miami Sea Aquarium, and how those experiences made an impact on her life. Let's check it out.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Now we're going to go on to the story of Miss Cotton, a former aquatic trainer who saw the dark sides of the industry, and now she's going to tell us all about it.
We have different morals of how to care for animals. So, as a matter of fact, me and as well as several of past trainers and friends still to this day, we've kind of been working a lot behind the scenes to close Miami Sea Aquarium down because they were just unethical in their treatment of animals. So I'm happy that our efforts are not lost fighting for those animals and trying to get them a better situation. However, I am sad because it's something I worked really hard for to get to, and I was proud of my career, but now it's also sad because it's closed down and I don't get to visit. I don't get to visit my animals anymore. They're all getting relocated, but ultimately, they're going to a better place, and that's the most important thing.
When she told me about her work experience there, it was kind of surprising, but not at the same time because the Sea Aquarium does kind of have like a record, and I've driven past it before, like going to the beach and stuff, hearing and seeing all the activists out there that were protesting against the animals' treatment and everything. I have been there before as a kid, so I had seen it as a child, but never as an adult, so I didn't really comprehend what was happening. But it was really surprising to hear the inner workings of the business itself.
I think hopefully the impact I had on the animals is, I hope that all of my efforts and hard work, I did give them a better life. And also, because every day I fought for those animals. I spent Christmas with them. I spent Thanksgivings with them, nights, weekends, and holidays. As a matter of fact, Hurricane Irma, which I spent in a bottom of a pool with one of my sick dolphins, and then ultimately we also took her to the curator of the park's garage because she was also sick during Irma, and I spent it away from my husband, my family, despite everyone telling me to evacuate and go to a safe place. I spent it with my dolphin. So it's one of those things, I hope I did make an impact on their lives because I fought every day to give them a better life.
Who knew so many things were going on behind the scenes that we weren't aware of? That's why it's important to listen to every story, because every story matters.
Pythons, it's almost time for one of the most hyped events of the season, our Turkey Bowl. Here's a quick look at what to expect. Welcome back, Pythons, and yes, I'm already planning my Turkey Bowl outfit.
Please don't tell me you're wearing that headband again.
No promises.
Anyways, to wrap up today's show, we're focusing on something that defines who we are as a school, our people.
Today's segment is all about getting to know our student body, having real stories, real experiences, and finding out what makes each person unique.
I have an amazing elephant noise.
Something interesting about me people don't know is that I used to be a theater kid.
One thing that people don't know about me is that I actually caught a python that was 8 feet long.
I've jumped off a bridge.
I was all counting back-to-back years when I used to live in Georgia for football. All center and all defensive end.
One thing many people don't know about me is that I drink pumpkin spice lattes every day after school.
That That was such a powerful way to end the show. It's amazing how everyone has a story worth sharing.
Absolutely. Thanks for spending a part of your day with us, Pythons. And as Thanksgiving gets closer, be kind, be grateful, and keep lifting each other up.
For Python TV, I'm Salma Machado.
And I'm Patrick Edwards, reporting.